Hey guys, welcome to this video guide for Hitman on the Xbox One. Today we're looking at Soup Sandwich. This achievement can be done in a single run, and I'm going to show you just how to do that. First, you're going to make sure that you have the lockpick equipped in your pre-planning before you start anything else. So from the starting location, the original starting location that is, you're going to want to go down the right side and make sure that you take out these two guards down this way and acquire one of their disguises, which would be a militia soldier's disguise. Now that you've disposed of those bodies and you've equipped a militia soldier's disguise, you're going to want to head through the cornfields and get a point man's disguise. Once you take these guys out, take one of their disguises and make sure to hide the bodies. Make your way towards the barn and talk to the target as the point man. She should be located somewhere around the barn at this point in time.
That is Maya Parvati.
Bag. Any broken bones?
Wounded pride, that's all.
Good to hear. All right, head over to the briefing area. We'll resume in a moment.
After talking with the target, head towards the briefing area that is located inside of the barn. Once you reach the briefing area, sit and wait for the target to give you a briefing.
All right, now go pick up your weapons and get in position.
Following the briefing, you're going to now be performing the scenario. Make sure that prior to performing the scenario, you pick up the crowbar that's found on the trunk of the limo. Once you have the opportunity to, and there's no witnesses that can see you do this, turn off the safety mechanism on the side of the crusher.
Rose, Parvati, please proceed.
Now you're all ready and set to begin the sequence.
All right, let's go again. On your marks. Ready, set, execute.
Don't save your ammo on this guy! Don't let him get away!
Now that the sequence has been completed, get behind the controls and wait for the targets to line up in front of the crusher.
Spectacular. He'd make an excellent assassin.
I don't like the
Now, that's 1 out of 3 actions required to complete this achievement. Now, head to the garage and clear it of any guards. Try your best not to get spotted by any other guards like I do, but hey, you know, like as long as it gets you there, I'm not gonna judge.
Time to step up. It's go time.
Before you head into the farmhouse, make sure you equip a militia elite disguise.
Come on. How copy? Over. Okay, Drop the body,
Dragging a body around. Dressed as a guard or something.
I don't get it. What's going on? Someone's doing stuff they shouldn't. I don't like it. I need to know exactly what he looked like and what he was.
Make sure that before you leave the garage, you pick up a wrench and you pick up the basement key, just in case you didn't bring the lockpick on your way here. Before you leave the garage, you can also turn the valve that was to the right of the workbench. I don't know if you saw it. So that way you don't have to take care of it later. But it's up to personal preference at this point.
Command, I have nothing.
Head into the farmhouse now and make your way into the basement.
That is Penelope Graves, acclaimed anti-terror analyst. Strange to see her.
Once you get into the basement, what we're going to do is overdose the hostage so that way the target gets frustrated and makes his way over to the garage.
Mr. Berg,
Okay.
Now make your way back to the garage and loosen the valve on the gas canister that I had previously mentioned. Once you've done that,
That
you can
is
simply wait for the
Lisa
target that actually
from
just
the
left
interrogator.
the garage right there.
Services are in demand at the moment.
Why are these weapons just lying around? Go deal with it. Affirmative.
Now that we've loosened the valve, all we need to do is wait for the target to return to the garage and he will blow up. Once the target has returned, it's time to move on to the final target. We are going to be heading to the fields where we are going to locate an Interpol worker, grab his Interpol badge, and take his disguise.
Ezra Berg has been eliminated. Good work, 47.
We are going to lure this Interpol worker by using the hose over here. Once we trigger the hose, that will attract him here. We are going to wait for him to turn off the hose, and then we're going to be taking him out. Make sure that you take out this military technician using a garrote wire. Otherwise, you will be heard by the surrounding guards. Now that we've picked up the Interpol badge and have taken his disguise, we are going to head over to the last and final target and talk to her.
No trespassing beyond this point. This is your first warning. Don't come back here. Hope you understand that. Some kind of prodigy. Hang. It's just a weapon. Okay?
I'm serious, man. I'm sorry if you can't handle it, but in this world, I know I can trust you.
Penelope Graves.
Once you've talked to the target, head to the slurry pit and wait for her, where you're going to be talking to her once again.
To think about it.
Good work, 47.
After having your final discussion with the target, she will take some time alone to think about her decision, and you will have the opportunity to push her into the slurry pit.
Request, but oh, guess what? I'm a big girl. I can handle myself for a few minutes, all right? Thank you.
wait for the target's guards to clear the area, and once the coast is clear, you can push her into the slurry pit. Following this, should you have completed all the other actions, the achievement is now yours.
That's all targets taken care of, 47. Now gain access to the tornado shelter.